Hey everybody, hope you are doing well. So just from like a moral, spiritual standpoint, what you guys are trying to do, keep me from speaking what's on my mind because you're afraid of how it hurts Joy. First of all, right off the jump, you're pretty much putting her on a pedestal over me. You're saying that her emotions care more than mine do. You know, which I mean, is that because she's a female? I mean, I get I'm a male, so I have more muscles, but does that mean that her emotions are more important than mine? If I kill myself, does that mean it's not as important if she kills herself? You know, Interesting question. That's just a jump. But I also wanted to go into like trying to shelter people because that's what you guys are doing. You're trying to tell me to stop doing something because you want to try to keep her safety. You want to try to keep her fucking from harm's way. And it's an interesting notion because that's really kind of the way I was raised. My parents they didn't really want to they wanted to keep us away from like all the bad shit. Like they tried, they didn't really want to talk about bad stuff. They didn't really talk about good and evil. They didn't really go into religion. They didn't go into spirituality. They didn't go into the nature of much at all, really. They tried to keep us away from bad influences as much as they could, and it was a very sheltered existence. We didn't expose us to much at all, really. Didn't teach us much, just tried to keep us fucking hidden and underneath a rock. In fact, that's what a lot of the times, like Andrew, a buddy of mine who passed away, he would always be like, dude, you fucking live your life under a rock. Like, you don't know shit. And he's right, man. And because of it, I've suffered a lot. There's a lot that I'm behind on. There's a lot that I don't know about. There's a lot that I have an inability to deal with things in a really a good way because it's like it's new to me. It's like I'm used to having things fucking pussyfooted for me. I'm used to having people cater to my emotions, in an unrealistic fashion. Like what gives you the right to cater to this person's emotions over this person's emotions? Aren't we supposed to be treating each other all like we're family here? Doesn't my feelings count for something? And then there's also just the plain and simple fact that, especially for Joy, I keep getting this because I mean it's very interesting that you guys are defending her when she again this is all coming from you guys. You guys stoked the fire, so here I am sitting here thinking about it again, and I'm not gonna just sit around pacing my house thinking about this shit when I know it's like this is silly. Like you guys are really you're hurting her by trying to shelter her from the truth and from the flow. You're hurting the flow by getting in the way of things that are in the know and things that have been going on. You can't just pretend like shit doesn't exist. It's interesting too because Teddy left a comment saying I should just pretend like she doesn't exist. And it's like, that's not, sorry, I didn't mean to say that with any type of sarcasm, Teddy, but I apologize if I did. There was a little bit there, but to me, that's just not the way I do things, man. I don't just forget people and move on like they didn't exist. I'm always going to be the type of guy to try to work things out, to try to figure out what happened, to try to figure out how to make things better. That's just me. And I think I have that right to be that. I don't even think it's a bad thing. I think part of the problem of the world today is people do just fucking decide to 86 people and just be like, see ya, sayonara, and fuck you, like pretty much want nothing to do with you, goodbye. Just write it off like a waste of time. And I think that's a very toxic recipe to live your life and to deal with people. Because at the end of the day, we are all family, and there are all lessons in everything that we do, and everything that happens to you, whether you like it or not, happened for a reason. So, when you just write shit off that happened to you, you're pretty much writing off a reason in your life, a lesson in your life. Girls, hey, little bear, enough. So, just a word to y'all who are trying to shelter Joy. Again, if I was coming on her page aggressively and leaving her comments, doing things like that, I would totally get what you guys are doing. But I'm not doing that. You guys are actually doing that to me. And that's the truth here. And I've asked you guys. I have a video I've made days ago telling Joy and company, which would be you guys, to leave me alone. And y'all have not respected that. So I'm just being real, and then when you guys don't respect it, then I go back and do things to her. But her channel is gone now. So there's no me going back to her. I'm really trying to move on, just work on my creative projects. If I have things I need to speak about with things that I feel went on with me and her, I'm going to do that on my channel. again, you guys don't have to watch those videos, and you don't have to comment. And if you do, just like I said, you know, don't tell me I can't do it, or I'm gonna block you guys, because I've had enough of it, man. And it's wrong what you guys are doing. You're trying to silence my tongue, you're trying to constrict flow, and you're trying to shelter her from life. You know, she chose to get involved. She chose to watch my videos. She chose to reach out to me. All right, I didn't do these things. I never was really too pushy on her stream at all. You know, and if I was, that's over with. And I wasn't. I mean, she never once on her stream did she tell me to leave her alone. Never. She may just, you know, express things like, oh, you bother me, you bug me, and then I would leave, you know, and then I might come back after a little bit, but again, it was never a blocking. And then I also have seen her block multiple people and then allow them back on her channel. So if I'm going to follow the type of etiquette that I see being portrayed on her channel, then I follow proper etiquette. So again, it's like, what did I really do wrong, you know? All right, anyways, I love you all. Have a good day. Bye.